A new conflict has erupted between Israel and Palestine. At 6:30 a.m. on the morning of October 7th, while most Israelis were peacefully sleeping in their homes, suddenly, air raid sirens pierced the silence. Within moments, thousands of rockets rained down on Israeli cities. The Israeli Defense Forces estimate that 2,200 rockets were launched. However, the group Hamas claims that 5,000 rockets were fired. Israel deploys the Iron Dome system, one of the world's best air defense systems. It employs cutting-edge military technology to intercept and destroy rockets mid-flight, safeguarding the nation. But this time, 5,000 rockets were fired within 20 minutes. The Iron Dome system failed, resulting in casualties and injuries in Israel. This surprise attack is the most significant in decades in the Israel-Palestine conflict, reminiscent of the Yom Kippur War. Exactly 50 years ago, in October 1973, Egypt and Syria launched a similar surprise attack on Israel, leading to the Yom Kippur War. This attack is akin to a full-scale war, featuring rocket strikes and multi-pronged assaults by Hamas from land, sea, and air.
It is an all-out war. That's how Israeli Defense Minister Moshe Dayan describes an invasion of the Golan Heights and the east bank of the Suez by Syria and Egypt. The surprise attacks came early this morning in the air and on the ground. The Egyptians apparently have taken control of at least a portion of the east bank of the Suez. Dayan says it would take several days to drive them out of there, attributing the initial Egyptian successes to the thin line of Israeli defenses in that area. Egypt maintains it has taken control of the entire beach. On the Golan Heights, Syria claims it has taken some Israeli positions, but Israel says the Syrian attack now has been brought under control. As usual, there are conflicting reports on the casualties. Moshe Dayan called Israeli casualties reasonable. Egypt announced that it had lost 10 planes, but that it shot down 11 Israeli planes. Everyone agrees that this is the most serious fighting in the area since the Six-Day War of 1967, and that it developed rapidly. David Burrington reports on the mobilization in Tel Aviv.
The Israel-Gaza border wall was breached by a bulldozer, allowing Palestinians to enter Israeli territory via motorcycles and motor-powered hang gliders. Hamas also attacked Israel from the sea using speedboats. Numerous events unfolded in a day, including an attack on a military base on the Israel-Gaza border, the capture of an Israeli tank, and the taking of Israeli soldiers as hostages by Hamas. Israeli villages and cities on the border were infiltrated by armed terrorists of Hamas. Numerous innocent civilians lost their lives, many are held hostage, and Israel has declared a state of war in response. Israel conducted airstrikes in Gaza, resulting in casualties and injuries among Palestinians.
Do you know anything about that? What can you report at this stage? All right. Yumna.
To understand the context, let's examine the map. Israel and Palestine are in the Middle East, bordered by Lebanon to the north, Syria to the northeast, Jordan to the east, Egypt to the southwest, and the Mediterranean Sea to the west. Israel is located in the middle, while Palestinian territories, the West Bank, and Gaza Strip are divided. Israeli settlements in the West Bank are considered illegal by many nations. The West Bank is administered by Palestinian authorities under Fatah's control, while the Gaza Strip is governed independently by Hamas. Historically, Fatah and Hamas have had conflicts. Hamas is deemed a terrorist organization by several countries, but not by others. In the current conflict, the Gaza Strip is shown in red, and the extent of Palestinian militants infiltrating Israeli territory is indicated in blue. Hamas named this attack Operation Al-Aqsa Flood, attributing it to Israeli atrocities against Palestinians, particularly at Al-Aqsa Mosque. International reactions vary, with the US and EU supporting Israel's right to defend itself, while Iran and others express support for Palestinians' right to self-defense. India has historically supported the Palestinian cause for self-determination, but in this instance, Prime Minister Modi expressed shock at the terrorist attacks and solidarity with Israel and its innocent victims. Criticism within Israel centers on intelligence failure, with Egypt allegedly providing warnings that were ignored. Internationally, responses range from condemnation to expressions of support for Israel's defense. The situation is complex, and understanding the historical context is crucial. Let's hope for a lasting peace, although the current conflict indicates a prolonged struggle. Remember, empathy and compassion should guide our perspectives, especially in times of conflict. If you enjoyed the insights shared today, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more enlightening content. Your support means the world to me. Until next time, stay tuned and take care.